must go now.
Trump must go now.
Trump must go now.
Trump must go now.
Trump must go now.
Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go.
He's not going to be removed. He's not going to be removed. He's not going to be removed.
You feel confident in that?
Not by me. My 357 Magnum is comfortable with that. End of story.
He says, "You're not going to be a dictator, are you?" I said, no, other than day one.
He is a would-be dictator. He wants to be a king.
Did I say that? I can't believe I said that. Next question.
Politics is a wild and unpredictable game. Throughout Trump's political career, he has survived scandals, lawsuits, impeachments, 34 felony counts, and even assassination attempts. However, amidst the protests happening all over America, Trump is facing another formidable challenge: the calls for his third impeachment, which are growing louder and louder. Impeachment would send shockwaves to every corner of America and even the entire world. While Democrats might push for it, going after Trump again could blow up in their faces with devastating consequences. Trump has already been impeached twice before, the record for any president in U.S. history. The first time was related to the Hunter Biden conspiracy, and the second was regarding the 2021 Capitol Riot, where Trump was charged with inciting an insurrection. In both times, Trump was saved by the Republican majority Senate. Since returning to the White House in January, it seems Trump is desperate to outdo himself for a third impeachment. We have seen enough Trump theatrics to cover a 10-hour video. From trade wars and tariffs to wars in the Middle East and plenty of antics at home, Trump is definitely the center of global headlines. Just 2 weeks ago, Trump made the controversial decision to send 4,000 of the National Guard and several hundred Marines to handle the LA protests over immigration, against the wishes of the state government of California. More than 500 people have been arrested so far. Soldiers have also used tear gas and rubber bullets to disperse other protesters. These actions have caused an outrage. Protests have erupted nationwide, with millions out on the streets labeling Trump as a dictator. Many have condemned the deployment of military as political retaliation against a Democrat state with a history of opposing Trump. Using military force to suppress political opponents can spark a dangerous precedent, maybe even moving America one step closer to dictatorship. Many are accusing Trump of violating the First Amendment right to peaceful protests and abusing his powers. As America is becoming more and more polarized between Republicans and Democrats, hostilities like these may become more frequent. Basic democratic practices, like accepting election outcomes, respecting political opponents, and peaceful protesting, are breaking down. A recent poll by the nonpartisan Public Religion Research Institute claims that 52% of Americans agree that President Trump is a dangerous dictator whose power should be limited before he destroys American democracy, compared with 44% who agree that President Trump is a strong leader who should be given the power he needs to restore America's greatness. The United States Constitution, as envisioned by the Founding Fathers, was designed to prevent such abuses of power using checks and balances. Each branch of government has checks on one another. The most powerful check Congress has is its power to impeach presidents. Presidents may be impeached for treason, bribery, or other serious crimes and misdemeanors. No president to date has ever been removed through impeachment. Can Trump be the first?
I am the chosen one. Somebody had to do it.
Since January, Trump has been under scrutiny for eroding the independence of federal agencies and the courts of justice, allowing mass illegal deportation raids, and his plans to fire hundreds of thousands of government workers. On top of this, shocking details of Trump abusing his position to enrich himself were recently exposed. Trump's personal net worth has grown by $1.2 billion since March 2024, mostly thanks to shady crypto schemes, which have been described as bribery and blatant corruption. This means the grounds for impeachment are already there. In fact, House Democrat Al Green has already filed impeachment proceedings against Trump, declaring him unfit to be president, citing his many constitutional violations and criminal cases.
I'm the Al Green who believes that president ought to be impeached.
Impeaching Trump would require a 50+% majority vote in the House of Representatives and a supermajority 67 out of 100 vote in the Senate. As you can see, this bar is extremely high. Right now, both the House and Senate is controlled by the Republicans, although on a very slim majority. The House is currently split 220 to 213, and the Senate is split 53 to 47 in favor of the Republicans. Thus, Representative Green's motion is quite unrealistic. Most Republicans wouldn't vote against their own candidate. Voting against your own party can even land you in trouble. Trump threatened to expel any House Republicans from the party if they voted against his big, beautiful bill. Only 2 Republicans had the balls to defy Trump. However, in politics, things can change very quickly. Most of the recent opinion polls show the majority of Americans disapprove of Trump. Public pressure may influence politicians to support any impeachment process. The 2026 midterm elections are also fast approaching. All 435 seats in the House of Representatives and 33 Senate seats will be contested. Swing seats will be intensely fought over. Historically, the ruling party tends to lose ground in Congress after midterm elections. This means Democrat gains are very likely, especially if Trump continues to promote such chaos. Midterms generally sees voters who are unhappy with the president's performance turn out, while those who are content with things tend to stay at home. After all, voters who are angry are more likely to make some noise. This is why some people call them glorified opinion polls. Regardless, midterms are still extremely important, as losing control of one chamber of Congress will disrupt the entirety of Trump's domestic agenda, making it a very effective check on presidential power. The 2018 midterms saw the Republicans lose control of the House, but consolidate their grip on the Senate. This meant Trump's policies like building a full wall on the U.S.-Mexico border was stalled. The 2018 midterms also laid the ground for the 2019 and 2021 impeachments of Trump. If Democrats win the House and the Senate this time, you can be sure they will try their hardest to impeach Trump. Even so, the chance of actually removing Trump from office is close to zero. The Democrats would need to win 20 of the 33 Senate seats up for grabs in the 2026 midterms to get the supermajority needed to remove Trump. 20 of the 33 seats are currently held by Republicans. Trump, for all his quirks, is not a man to bow to public pressure. He thrives on controversy and struggle by framing any criticism of himself as a politically motivated
pure witch hunt. It's a hoax.
Trump's core supporters are extremely loyal to him and see him as a champion of the people fighting against a crooked system. These supporters will rally together in the face of a threat of impeachment. In that sense, impeachment might not weaken Trump. It could actually strengthen his hold on the Republican Party. The political landscape surrounding Donald Trump remains as volatile and unpredictable as ever. His actions have re-energized the Democrat Party, helping them rebound after a disappointing presidential election. The calls for a third impeachment are growing louder amid nationwide protests and controversies. Yet the high threshold for removal, requiring a House majority and a Senate supermajority, makes it near impossible. Despite facing unprecedented legal challenges, 2 prior impeachments, and mounting accusations of corruption and abuse, Trump continues to command a fiercely loyal base of support who would certainly slam any attempt of impeachment. The impact of these developments goes far beyond impeachment charges. The looming 2026 midterm elections could reshape Congress and the political balance of power, potentially increasing scrutiny of Trump's actions and disrupting his agenda. As American politics becomes more polarized, the foundation of democracy is being tested. With rising political violence and mass protests in the streets, the ongoing battle over Trump's presidency highlights deep divisions within the country. Accusations of acting like a dictator, corruption, and bending the law are now becoming part of everyday political debate. To quote John Adams, the second president of the USA, democracy never lasts long. It soon wastes, exhausts, and murders itself. Will all this chaos eventually lead to another Capitol Riot or perhaps even civil war? History teaches us this. When institutions are corrupted, when leaders put their own interests ahead of the country, and when the people lose patience in the system, revolution is never far behind. The clock is ticking. Thank you for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe. We hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll catch you next time.